This week on The Real Housewives of New York.
I didn't know about.
Best case scenario is Ubah and I kumbaya and hug each other and love each other like we should. Worst case is that this gets dragged out and we end up in a terrible fight.
No, I think they're done
Yo,
screwing
what is
up.
up, everybody? Welcome back to We're going to be talking about the new episode of The Real Housewives of New York, Season 15, Episode 10. Let's get right into it. Wow, I can't believe it's been 10 episodes already. 10 weeks of RHONY. So, let's start with this episode though. So, starting the episode with Sai's with her husband. She recently decided to reorganize her closet, and she was like putting some things in a bag. Some of the things were made out of glass. I'm not exactly sure how she explained it, but long story short, she said that one of the bags was falling, and she kind of put her foot to stop it, and the glass shattered and it hit her foot. And it's crazy though, because the glass got inside of her foot. That sounds like it hurts. So she's with her husband, and they're gonna go get that checked out. Moving on is Jenna. So they show the outside of her place, and there's like a massive line outside because she's having a stoop sale of her things on her personal closet. You know, given what Erin and Brynn, those little rumors that they were saying about Jenna having money issues, I can't help but like that not being the first thing I think of, especially with things like this. So they literally, they're going to go shop around as if it were a store. I mean, there were so many things, but and there were some really good pieces. But you know what? Even if she wasn't going through money issues, I don't know if that's the reason, but I think it's a good idea because I'm like, damn, all that clothes, like, there's no way you're gonna be wearing some of this stuff for a second time. So yeah, and listen, y'all, she made a good amount of money anyway because regardless if she sold things, which obviously she did, there was also a $15 fee just to even walk in. Also, guess who was there? Sunny Hostin from The View. Did y'all catch that? So moving on, Raquel and Erin meet up at a restaurant. Remember, Erin all of a sudden blew up at Raquel in the picnic, so Raquel kind of she just wants to talk things out. So Erin tries to justify it by saying that she's going through a lot of things personally. Raquel explains that she might have, come she might have came hot towards Erin that day, but that's only because Brynn had just told them all about the stuff of the prank and all that the day before, so it was really fresh in her mind. Erin says, "Oh well, what happened was I did sort of tell Brynn that it was a prank, but like Brynn definitely embellished it." And I was just thinking, okay, Erin, so you did tell her. Because last time in the panic, you were saying you did not tell her, but now you're saying you did. So you can't even execute a prank correctly, and then you get mad when people call you out. This is what I don't like about Erin. Raquel then asks Erin if she's okay with Ubah because when they were at the picnic as well, Ubah said that Erin was gaslighting, and Erin says, well, I don't know. Like Ubah was calling Brynn a snake, Sai was calling Brynn Satan, and now all of a sudden they're like good with her and mad at me. And that is a good point. I will say I definitely did see sort of a switch up pretty quick, but I think I understand them. But anyway, Raquel talks also about her engagement party. She's really excited about that. So then it is the next day, and it's the day of the party. Raquel's aunt attended, and she's happy about that. Her mom said congratulations, but she had other obligations, and so she wasn't able to attend. The party was interesting, and they all had to dress as what they normally aren't, or how they usually don't dress. While also, I guess, sort of channeling the 80s. Ubah looked good, and so did Jenna. I noticed that Raquel was wearing that red furry heart coat that Bronwyn wore in Salt Lake City. So then Erin and Abe came in drag. Literally, Erin came as a man and Abe came as a woman. I like that, Abe is confident enough to do that, and he knows it's funny. I don't think I could do that. I may love my life. I don't think I could dress and drag in public. No, I'm not doing it. So, everyone, though, they're fascinated with each other's outfits, but especially everyone's like, OMG with Jenna. Jenna even kissed Jessel in front of Pavit. So everyone is talking and whatnot. Jenna and Erin sort of talk about Ubah because she seems to be a little distant from Erin, and Erin tells Jenna that Ubah is coming for her. So then Jenna goes to carry the bone and she says, "Hey Ubah, I was just talking to Erin and Erin thinks that you're coming for her." Ubah says, "What?" She's confused. Like, well, like I'm going through so much personally. I don't even have like how am I coming for her? Like she clearly wants an issue. So then Raquel and Mel say a few words, they're happy, and that was pretty much it. I like the party, people had fun, and it was really just about Mel and Raquel celebrating their engagement. I really do like Mel and Raquel. I gotta say, they are a great addition to the show. Of course, they're not like super dramatic or anything, but I really do think that casting Raquel was a really good decision. So it is then the next day, and we see Brynn. And Brynn is going to be writing, and writing is in quotation marks because she's going to have a ghostwriter. So the ghostwriter is here with her. This book is apparently going to be about self help, her personal story, 12 chapters. And, I don't want to sound rude, but who's reading that? I'm not saying she doesn't have a story to tell. She definitely does, as everyone else does. But am I gonna buy it and read this? No. Are y'all? Let me know. But in all seriousness, in this scene, she does open up about an experience that she had, a very traumatic, horrible experience of sexual assault, and that was very sad. They actually also showed a flashback of a conversation that she had with her brother on the past, which it was about that situation and how she was struggling through it while they were still living with their grandmother. She even says that she realized that the traumatic experience that that she had might be one of the reasons why she has a challenge dating. This was a very emotional conversation, and I wish that, how last week's episode was very focused on Erin and her situation. I wish they would have also kind of done this with Brynn, because this is a very personal, very brave of her to share. All right, so then moving along towards the ending of the episode. So Sai, Ubah, and Raquel are hanging out. Also, I guess I hadn't realized this, but Sai wasn't at the party, at Raquel's party. But here in this scene, she came in with a boot. She needs to be careful because the glass was very close to shattering her artery, and she still needs to take care of it because it could still potentially, shatter. So she got to be careful with that. Um, Sai asks Raquel if her mom went to the party, and Raquel says no, she's in Puerto Rico, she can't really do the traveling. But then she casually says that her and Mel have also, they've kind of just thrown the idea of maybe going to go visit her in the island. So then that's where the idea sparks from Sai and Raquel. Why not all go on a trip to Puerto Rico? So that's going to be the cast trip, and I love that, especially because we actually have two Boricuas in the cast. So that's going to be the cast trip. So then they ask Ubah if she's spoken to Erin, and Ubah says, no, I don't know what her problem is. Raquel then says, well, I spoke with her, and I think that her issue with you is that you called her a gaslighter. Ubah says, okay, I mean, I get that, but if I'm under the impression that we're cool, why can't she tell me? Like, why is she going around telling other people about it? Like, what does she get out of this? And Ubah actually cries. She gets emotional and she's like, I don't know why she's doing this. I didn't do anything to her. Why is she trying to paint this narrative with everybody? So then the very last scene, we see Brynn and Erin. They're going to like a meal on wheels type of place where they're packing some lunches that they give out. They, as they're assembling the things, they talk about Ubah, of course, and Brynn. Oh, you guys, this I can't with her. Um, she brings up Ubah. She clearly brings it up with malice and you know, in a very venomous way, clearly to create an issue with Erin and Ubah. So Erin says that after the engagement party, Ubah did send her a very long text where she called Erin pathetic and even a gaslighter once again. Brynn is like, oh, so like, are you gonna bring it up? And Erin says, well, I want to, but I don't know how she's gonna react. Ubah says, like, I'm afraid, like, and Brynn agrees as well. Like, yeah, why is it that we're always afraid of like how people are gonna react and if they're gonna bite our heads off? And why is it always that they can do it to us but we can't do it to them? And if we do, then they freak out. So they were just like tag teaming Ubah, even though Ubah wasn't there. And then that's where the episode ends. And then next week is going to be the Puerto Rico trip, and it looks like there's going to be a lot of drama with Rebecca and Brynn. So I'm actually looking forward. You know what's funny? I found that last season, which was technically a season one of these new New York Housewives, I ended up actually becoming a little bit more invested on in the show towards the ending of it, which also happened to be when they were on their trip. And I'm finding that also with this second season, with these newbies, I'm kind of getting a little bit more invested now that they're going on their cast trip, which, as we know, it means that it's towards the end of the season. So I'm definitely looking forward to next week's episode. But yeah, you guys, let me know what your thoughts were. Listen, I'm not saying Ubah's innocent and she's the perfect angel and she deserves no pushback. Absolutely not. But I do think that Erin and Brynn like to just beat a dead horse. They like to just do the most. Do the most. So I'm gonna be definitely Team Ubah on this. And I really, you guys, really don't like Brynn, and the way she moves. She really, I'm sorry, but like Ubah said, it's giving you're a snake. But y'all, let me know what your thoughts are. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll catch y'all next time. Y'all have a great one. Bye.